upon my sleeve.
I'm Sam Cramer. I'm a producer and songwriter. Going under the production name of Eyes, which is my main sort of pursuit. I'm published by Sony ATV as a songwriter, and production I'm sort of freelance, sort of work with a load of different companies. Just had a release out with Sam Shaw on Black Butter Records, which has been getting a lot of love, which has been really good. And sort of behind the scenes, got all sorts of different writing, producing, doing some stuff for a DJ called Caper, as well, doing some remixes for loads of different artists, that sort of thing. A production is it's got a very broad definition. It used to be quite sort of straightforward. The producer was separate from sort of the engineer, whereas these days it's pretty much an all-in-one job for a lot of people, in that the producer will actually make the music. Like you've got a lot of sort of laptop producers and all this sort of thing who just use software and computers, and that sort of entails actually making the sounds as well as writing the music, as well as working with talent and songwriters and other top liners and stuff like that, and developing what they're doing and turning it from ideas into a product, into music. We've got a studio set up in South London. We've recently moved into, and it's got sort of live room and live room, control room, quite sort of basic setup, but we don't do a lot of big productions. We don't need to fit like an orchestra in there or anything. We're just sort of mostly working with singers, as we do a lot of electronic music. But yeah, not enough space for sort of like a band and that sort of thing. Maybe a standard band setup. But yeah, just very basic setup. We've got sort of interface, universal audio thing into a MacBook with a microphone, some Yamaha monitors. Quite standard, but does the job. For me, the importance of sound and having a detailed detailed sound can be the difference between you throwing out a mix that no one's going to really like or enjoy, and you being able to pick out things. Like if you've got something, whether speaker, headphones, whatever, monitors, if that sound is very detailed, you can pick out a lot of mistakes. And there's been loads of times, when I used to work on sort of lower budget monitors, or all sorts of different sound sources, and then you work on something a lot more higher end, you immediately pick out all these mistakes that you wouldn't have noticed on something a little more, less budget. And even listening for pleasure as well, you just get a more in-depth experience. It's more of an experience rather than just music being played at you, from a phone speaker or something. It's very important. Brilliant. I can hardly hear anything. That is amazing.
Wow.
Get now.
Can you hear it?
No.
It's huge. Yeah, massive sound.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Wow. No, I love them, and they feel, as soon as like you've got them in, then that's it. Like they're comfortable, they're suited to your ear pretty much. So they sort of, as you say, like grow and stick to your ear, and then that's they're absolutely amazing. They sound amazing. You can't hear anything else. Like, I was worried about how loud I was talking, because that's all I could hear. I couldn't hear anything at all. Like, no, really, really great, perfect isolation, I would say. Just really, best I've heard. You can hear the whole spectrum is clear. You've got bass, but it's not too over the top. It's not blowing your head off, and you've still got clarity between it. And the stereo field as well was very, very impressive. You can really hear, sort of the width going on there, and depth as well, which obviously both are very, very important.